So we're going to start doing some transitions on bigger targets. We already got a little bit of a taste of it when we were doing the 3 squares at the same time, right? But let's go back down memory lane and see how when we're first taught to transition between a couple targets, what we're told, right? So if I'm transitioning between 2 targets, what's the first thing that moves?
Your eyes.
Why? Good. And then what do they tell you to do? You better fucking drive, goddamn drive, right? So you do. So you start driving, and you start fucking, whether it's with a pistol or a carbine, you start doing this. Right? Because you're driving so much, okay? But here's what I'm going to offer you guys, right? You should have maybe 2 different methodologies when you're doing this, right? Because like, what do you do? Like, you always overhang, you overdrive everything, and you think it's just you. It's not you. It's everybody, right? The one guy it's not is that fucking phenom athlete on your team who just knows how to bleed off energy before he gets to the target, and then you ask him, right, how he does, and he's like, I don't know, man. I just grip the gun hard and shoot alphas. Thanks, bro. That doesn't help me, right? So we're going to apply a methodology to this, right? The first one is when you can see both targets at the same time. The second one is when you have to transition to a far target outside of your immediate peripheral, okay? So the first one is, can everybody see those 2 pieces of steel right now at the same time?
Yeah.
Sure you can, right? So then why would you drive? What do I mean by that? When you drive, what's one of the most violent things on your body that actually moves? Your head, right? Because you got to drive your vision to there. If I can see both targets at the same time, and then I drive my head, which contain my eyes, what do? I overrun it, because I can see everything. Why do I need to move my head? Instead of driving, if you can see both targets, I would suggest that you just float, bump to the next target, okay? What do I mean by that? When you drive, you cannot drive diagonally, you cannot drive in an arc, you have to drive horizontally, okay? So, but when you drive horizontally, you have to come back down on the thing you just shot, okay? So if these 2 guys are my targets, right, and I drive, I gotta go up, down, across, up, down, across. It looks like a heartbeat, right? But if I float, which means I'm using my eyes and the kinetic energy of the recoil to get to the next target, then I just float across and never come back down on what I just shot. So it's bang, prep, bang, prep, bang, prep, bang, okay? While it may seem slower because you're doing less things, right? It's actually quicker because when the guy who's driving, when he's coming back down on the target he just shot, I'm already over onto the next target, okay? So, what does it look like? It looks something like this. Everybody get on my firing hand side so you can see what's going on. So what I want you guys to watch is get in a position where you can see my head, shoulders, and hips, okay? I'm gonna give you 4 rounds, 1 on each, just floating the gun over. Okay? Watch my head, shoulders, and hips. Did my head move?
No.
Did my shoulders move?
No.
Maybe a tiny little bit, right? Because they're attached to the rest of me, right? But there's no violent action, okay? I'm just letting the gun float over, prepping it in between. As soon as the dot hits the corner of the steel, I'm pressing the trigger to get the most margin of error, okay? So while that may have seemed a little slow because I'm doing it demonstratively, now I'm gonna pick it up, okay? I'm gonna pick up the speed. But instead of just saying going faster, I'm giving myself positive direction. That positive direction is, even though I can see both at the same time, I'm gonna shift my respect quicker to the thing that I'm shooting. The other one never leaves my peripheral. I'm just shifting my respect quicker and prepping the trigger sooner. And as soon as that dot breaks the steel, I'm hitting the trigger and getting off to the next one, okay? Again, a little bit quicker. Watch my head, watch my shoulders, watch my hips, okay? Was that slow? Did my head move? Did my shoulders move? Did my hips move? Nope. Easy day, right? So cool. So in order to learn that, we have to do it one at a time. So what I need is did I miss the third one? I didn't miss the third one, did I? Did I hit it? Okay. All right.